After experiencing Washington and New York the last week, we are now moving further on in our US trip. Today we are going to collect a rented car and then we are going to drive towards Niagara Falls, which is our next stop on our vacation. I'm sure that this upcoming week will be just as filled with amazing experiences and a lot of hygge. We just made it to Avis Car Rental to pick up the minibus that we are all 11 going to drive from New York City to the Canada side of Niagara Falls. So the rental company apparently didn't know we were coming, and our minibus is at the airport driving towards us right now. So in the wait time we stopped by a cafe just around the corner to get a coffee while we are waiting. Minibus acquired 1 hour and 15 minutes later, so now we will begin our 7-hour drive towards Niagara Falls. We've just been driving for a couple of hours in the minibus, and now we stop at this bagel and sandwich shop to get a quick lunch before we can move further on. We've just got our bagels from the Cozy Bagel Shop, and now we are just going to eat them before we hopefully drive the rest of the way to Niagara Falls. It's 10 minutes past 9 in the evening, and we finally made it to our hotel here in Canada after a good amount of hours in the car. So now I'm headed straight inside to unpack my things because I'm going straight to bed. Because tomorrow morning I'm doing a run that includes 5 times 2 kilometers before we head out to see Niagara Falls with the rest of the family. It's Tuesday morning here in Canada, and we just left our hotel after eating breakfast together with the entire family. And as you can see, we just made a short walk down to Niagara Falls, and in a few moments we actually have a reservation to hop on a boat and see the waterfall close by, which I think is going to be a very fun experience. But before we hop on the boat, I would just like to talk a little bit about the morning run that I did earlier today. And as I mentioned yesterday evening, I had planned a run that included 5 times 2 kilometers. And I did the intervals in an average pace of 3 minutes and 24 seconds per kilometer, which is by far the best result that I have produced in the intervals in the Build Towards H.C. Andersen Marathon yet. So I'm really glad about that result. And the overall run, I did 17 kilometers in 1 hour and 18 minutes at an average pace of 4 minutes and 22 seconds per kilometer. On top of that, on my cool down on the way back to the hotel, I actually met Fred, who is out on a 10-kilometer run, and we finished the run together, which was of course also a great experience here at Niagara Falls. We just made it back up from Niagara Falls, and as you saw, it was quite a crazy adventure. I must say that it was a bit more wild than I had anticipated, but it was so fun. Definitely a big recommendation from me to experience it.
Bager og politi. Bager og politi. Nej, nu tabte jeg den. Bager og politi.
We just made it inside something called the Skyline Tower, and we actually got tickets to get up to the sky deck and see Niagara Falls from the sky view.
How's everyone doing today? We're going up 160 meters or 500.
Hvorfor lugter der hotdogs heroppe i skyerne? We just took the elevator to the top of the sky tower, and of course the view here is amazing. We just made it down from the tower, and now we are on the hunt for some lunch. We just got our food here in TGI Fridays, and I'm really looking forward to tasting this pasta and chicken. We just walked back to our hotel after eating our lunch, and I can pretty much already feel the pasta going down in the legs after this run this morning. And now we are just going to head inside the hotel and do a strength training this afternoon before we head out again later on. And on top of that, I would also like to mention that I can feel the entire tempo of everyone in the family is slowing down a bit here in Niagara Falls, and I must say that it is pretty nice to just have a little bit more vacation feeling now that we have completed both Washington and New York. Strength training complete, and afterwards me and Sims, we jumped in the jacuzzi, and the hot water just made my legs completely buttery. It felt so nice. But now we again left the hotel, and right across the street there is an all-you-can-eat barbecue, so guess where we are headed? We made it inside the smokehouse, and the buffet is really looking delicious. We've just left the barbecue restaurant, and we had a crazy good dinner in there. And now I don't have any more plans for the rest of the evening because, to be honest, I'm really tired. So I'm just going to chill and then head to bed, because we are also going to get up really early tomorrow morning because we have to travel again here from Niagara Falls. It's Wednesday morning, 6 o'clock here in Niagara Falls, and today is going to be another travel day. In a few moments we are going to pack the rental car and then drive back over the border to Buffalo Airport. Luckily, we just made it through security here in Buffalo Airport, and now we are on the hunt for a bit of breakfast. Breakfast acquired, and I got this delicious fruit cup as well as the mandatory coffee, but I will say that maybe Fred made the better choice because he got a very delicious looking cinnamon roll. We aborted. See you in Charlotte. We made it to Charlotte and found a quick bite for lunch. After the lunch, we just been chilling here in the airport for a few hours, and in short 20 minutes we are about to board our next flight here from Charlotte over to Florida. As you can see, we made it to Daytona Beach Airport, and now it's just about getting our luggage and find the rental car, and then we have a 1-hour drive to our hotel. Rental car acquired. See you in Orlando. One hour later, we made it to our hotel, and now we are just heading inside to unpack our things. And there is nothing more on the plan for me today because I'm headed up really early tomorrow morning. And guess what? Of course, I'm getting up early to do a run. And after that, we are going to head out to the Kennedy Space Center to experience that. In terms of the run tomorrow, I'm going to do 4 times 3 kilometer intervals, so wish me luck. It's our first morning here in Orlando, and we've just left the hotel after eating breakfast at the breakfast buffet. and I loaded up on quite a bit of food because earlier today I did a very challenging run. As I mentioned yesterday evening, I did 4 times 3 kilometers, and it was really hard doing it in this Florida heat. I felt very challenged in the first part of the training, and the first 2 intervals really scared me because I didn't know if I were to complete it in a good time throughout all the intervals. But looking at the Garmin app, I can see that I did all 4 intervals in exactly 3 minutes and 34 seconds per kilometer pace, which I'm so incredibly excited about I have done. The fastest interval I did was 10 minutes and 40 seconds, and the slowest I did was 10 minutes and 42 seconds. So I absolutely crushed the pacing of myself during these intervals. Besides that, I did the entire run. I did 20 kilometers in 1 hour and 20 minutes at an average pace of 4 minutes and 1 second per kilometer pace. So very excited about the training this morning. And in a few minutes, we are going to meet with the rest of the family. And then we have about a 45-minute drive to the Kennedy Space Center, which is what we are going to experience here in Orlando today. After a quick and hyggelig car ride, we just made it over here to the Kennedy Space Center. And at the moment you can see that it's raining quite a bit, so a little bit unfortunate that I didn't even pack one jacket for the entire summer vacation, but I guess that's what I signed up for when I didn't pack anything. It just started pouring down even more, so now we found cover in the first gift shop that we found. And of course now we are hunting for some kind of umbrella or poncho. Poncho acquired, now we are ready to see the Kennedy Space Center.
It weighs 4 million pounds and it explodes off of that pad. By the time you clear the tower,
We've just been through a really cool space simulation and then reading about a lot of interesting things afterwards. But all of these space experiences have now made us hungry. So at the moment we are looking for a place to get some lunch. We've just eaten our lunch and now we are going on a bus ride out to the actual launch site, which is really exciting. We've been driving around in the bus here at the Kennedy Space Center, and as you can see in the background, we just stopped and looked at this complex 39 Pad B, which is one of the launch pads that they use to send up aircrafts to space. We've just returned from the bus ride around the different launch pads, and after a couple of more museum activities, we are done here for today at the Kennedy Space Center. So now the plan is that we will head back home to the hotel, then me and the boys will do a strength training, and then we are going out to eat dinner later this evening. We left the Space Center really late, so instead of finding a place to eat out, we just found a supermarket that we could buy a few groceries in on the way home. So for the rest of the day, we will just head back, get some food in the system, do the strength training, and then just chill for the rest of the evening.
Nå, I har da spist noget herinde, så kan I bare forvente den. Kan I helt op?
It's our second and final day here in Orlando, and today we are just going to pack our things back together. Then afterwards we're going to visit a shopping outlet, and then we will be moving further on our US trip. But before we start the day, the first thing we're going to do is do a chill run together with Fred and Mom. So in a few moments I'm going to meet with the others, and then we will explore the nearby city here in Orlando. Godmorgen.
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 Take me home, take me on a ride. I got a good feeling about the colors lighting up your eyes. Take me home, take me to the sky. I got a good feeling. Tell me the only thing you are is mine now. I got a good feeling. I got a good feeling. You wanna know is how to hold on to it every moment. Dive into it like my love is an ocean. It's overflowing. I swear it's golden. So good that I'm rolling. Baby, you make me crazy. I'm seeing roses. Baby, just maybe you save me. Oh, take me home, take me on a ride. I got a good feeling about the colors lighting up your eyes. Take me home, take me to the sky. I got a good feeling. Tell me the only thing you are is mine. Take me home, take me on a ride. I got a good feeling about the colors lighting up your eyes. Take me home, take me to the sky. I got a good feeling. Tell me the only thing you are is mine now. I got a good feeling. I got a good feeling.
4 kilometers done in 24 minutes at a pace of 5 minutes and 44 seconds per kilometer. Well done. As you can see, we've just made Tetris out of the trunk of our minibus, so now we are ready to get over to the outlet for a bit of shopping.
Så det er et godt tidspunkt.
We've been walking around here in the shopping outlet for a few hours and I haven't got anything, but Fred, he got a perfume which he is really satisfied with. But now it's time to meet with the rest of the family and find some lunch. We've met with the others here in the food court and I got this delicious looking salad bowl. We've just finished eating our lunch and now we are walking back to our minibus, and then we have a 2-hour drive to our next hotel, which will be in Crystal River. We've just made it here to Crystal River, and my first impression of this hotel is that it looks quite amazing, so I'm really excited at getting in here. We've got our things unpacked at this very exotic hotel, and the boys also quickly got a drink in the room, and now we are ready to live the sweet pool life for the rest of the day. A few hours at the pool later and we've now found our way into the hotel restaurant where I've got this delicious looking fish sandwich in front of me that I'm really looking forward to eating. But before that, I would like to mention that me and my dad, we played chess this afternoon, and of course I was the champion. So a great first day here at our hotel, and tomorrow we are going on a crazy adventure swimming with swimming with sea cows. Before I head to bed, I would just like to clarify that the sea cow I was just talking about earlier is actually called a manatee on English. See you tomorrow. It's our first morning here in Crystal River, and in a few short moments we are going to head out where we're going to swim with the manatees. But before that, we are going to eat this delicious looking breakfast, and I've chosen to get oatmeal, and Fred, he has chosen to get this delicious looking breakfast omelette.
Jeg har jo ikke taget solen på samme år.
Så gå ind i skyggen.
We've made it here on the boat and got our equipment handed out, so now we are just looking for the manatees. Ja.
Hvis du har det på hovedet.
Ja, det er det. Pretty much got to get back on the boat, so that's where we're at.
Right here, you can kind of see her if you lift your head up. You're going to feel her. It's okay. You're going to feel something swim underneath you. That's okay. Don't move. Stop.
Finding manatees is a quite bit more difficult than we have first anticipated this morning. We started by going around on the boat for about 2 hours scouting for the manatees, and finally we found one, and I was extremely lucky to get the sight of the manatee on video, so at least we got that. But it was quite a long time going on the boat for just seeing the manatee for a few seconds, but at least we had a great time on the boat together with the family. So now we just returned here to the hotel, and I think we will probably find something to eat in a few moments. We've skipped on the lunch and now we are just chilling here at the pool, and I think we will be here for the rest of the afternoon. And in a few short moments I believe that my dad is coming down here so I can smash him in chest again. Guess who's have returned for a revenge match in chess?
What's up, YouTube? Now you're going to experience something amazing. Very intense gameplay between my brother and my father.
I do not want to talk about how the game went today. After a lot of very relaxing and nice hours at the pool, we found ourselves a way into the restaurant, and I've ordered this very delicious looking tuna, which I'm really looking forward to tasting. And I think that Fred is also very delighted about his choice because he have ordered this very good looking strip loin. We've just finished our very hyggelig dinner at the hotel restaurant here in Crystal River, and I couldn't imagine a better place to end off this amazing second week of our US trip. I really hope that you enjoy following us through our crazy vacation and that you want to keep turning up for the next week. Besides that, the only thing that I have left to do is just that I want to wish you a great rest of the day. Take care.